Why do so many financial advisors hate life insurance? Well, spoiler, they don't hate life insurance. They don't hate life insurance agents or anything like that. What a lot of financial advisors, financial planners, more, let's say comprehensive financial professionals such as, CFPs, CFAs, CPAs, what they really don't like, it has nothing to do with life insurance, the product. It has everything to do with how life insurance is sold. And that's either through deceptive practices, really just crappy life insurance agents that really don't know what they're talking about, or really any combination of those two things. Now, I spend a little bit of time on financial social media, and there's a pretty good group of financial planners there that share some really bad financial takes that they find either on TikTok, on Instagram, Twitter. Wait, are we calling it Twitter now, or is it X? Whatever we call it. And there are some really bad takes, some really deceptive practices that some fringe life insurance agents use constantly. And they are just beating the drum on this thing. Now, whether they're pitching index universal life, variable universal life, whole life, sometimes the claims that some of these more misinformed or, let's say, unscrupulous agents claim is that you can, let's say, 4 times your retirement income using this retirement product while having no downside risk to the market. Now, if something like that sounds too good to be true to you, that's because it is. There are some basic ground rules for the way finances, either savings vehicles, retirement plans, or really just basic principles of personal finance. There are some ground rules that you can't really violate, kind of like the laws of physics. And one of those is you cannot limit your downside risk without limiting your upward potential. So if you hear somebody claiming that they can get you 4 times the retirement income of, let's say, a 401k or an IRA or whatever they're comparing it to with no risk to the downside, they either 1, don't really understand what they're pitching to you, or 2, they're straight up bullshitting you, full stop.
I mean, I'm smiling, but I am that furious.
Now this goes back to my original question, why do financial advisors hate life insurance? Like I said, they don't hate life insurance. Permanent life insurance, term life insurance, sometimes people call permanent cash value life insurance. The fact of the matter is they're tools, and they can be very useful in the right situation. However, what life insurance is not is a Swiss Army knife omni tool that works perfectly in any and all situation. But that's exactly how a lot of these more unscrupulous life insurance agents pitch it. They pitch it as a superior retirement strategy to a 401k or an IRA, superior to borrowing money to buy a house, let's say, or really borrowing money for anything. They basically try to claim that pouring your money into life insurance should be the first and only real financial move you ever need to make. And that is a deceptive sales practice. Personally, I've yet to come across anybody that isn't pitching life insurance as the end-all be-all of financial products or financial strategies out there, where these people don't also happen to sell it. So whenever you hear somebody pitching some newfangled or great way to do something that they can also make money off of by selling it to you, that should always be something that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up and make you really want to be careful of not really giving too much credence to what those people are trying to pitch to you. Now, there are plenty of good life insurance agents out there. I would say probably the vast majority of life insurance agents mean well, they understand their craft, and they know when a certain type of life insurance product is appropriate and correct for the right type of person in the right situation. But unfortunately, social media has just poured a ton of gasoline on the fire of a lot of these unscrupulous or uneducated or just really people who are just willfully ignorant maybe. It's poured gasoline on that fire of them being able to reach people that maybe aren't the most financially knowledgeable themselves. And that's where the danger comes in of a lot of people buying these life insurance products thinking that they're gonna get A, when in reality they find out down the road they really got B, and it wasn't what they were pitched or sold at the beginning. And that's the reason why a lot of financial advisors seem like they hate life insurance. They don't hate life insurance. They don't hate life insurance agents. What they hate are the deceptive sales tactics or just ignorant sales tactics that a lot of the life insurance industry is really based on. Basically getting people in who maybe aren't as knowledgeable financially as some of the more, let's say, legacy style financial professionals out there. They get those people in, they use their networks and the people that they can then go around and sell to in order to get a few policies out the door, sell them to people who maybe don't really understand what they're buying from people that don't really understand what they're selling. And then eventually those people, those life insurance agents, a lot of times kind of burn out, they wash out of the industry, and then they'll just bring in more and more people to keep just churning and burning that same cycle. And that's why a lot of financial advisors, financial planners, like myself, have a real issue with that model. It tends to be predatory and take advantage of people. And that's the type of thing that when we're dealing with people's financial futures and their financial independence, screwing around with people and taking advantage of them is really an infuriating thing. And that's really why it seems like most more legacy financial professionals really dislike life insurance. It's that deceptive sales practice. So what do you think? Do you think life insurance is a good financial tool? Is it something that everybody should have in order to try to build a retirement plan? I mean, I personally don't think so. I think there's plenty of other tools that you should be using before you get to something like that. But I'm curious to know what you think. So let me know in the comments below. And if you find something like this useful, please like and subscribe so it lets me know that you enjoy this type of content and this type of education as you're trying to help build out your financial future to live the life that you've always wanted.